Welcome to the Orlando Pirates post-match press conference. This is Sekhukhune United. We are joined by the away team coach, Truter. Coach, if you can please just give us a brief summary of the match from your perspective.
I think it was a good match in terms of the different playing philosophies, playing styles today. We changed a lot coming into this game, considering it's Pirates, considering it's away from home. In terms of what we wanted to achieve in this game, we had six changes in the lineup, which argues well. We had 3 days to prepare, change the structure in terms of our defensive block, controlling the opponent. We want them to play where they can have the ball. I think the structure was good, but yeah, we struggled a bit to get out on a counter. At times we were 2v2 with the centre backs, but they control position in the areas where we wanted them to play. I think the only thing that was lacking was getting out. Second half, structure was still the same. We improved in terms of limiting Saling's influence in the game. I think in the first half we put in the one cross that led to a goal. Other than that, it was crosses that we dealt with. 1 or 2 shots from outside the area. And then we got out. We got out very well with Makwana and Latswalo. He's played his part as well. So a lot of accolades and a lot of well done to the boys. Villa also 90 minutes today. Nkabela, good game. Zulu, good game. Trezo, Villa, and then up top, since it's been a while since we've seen Mabasa, and he came in and he put in a good stuff at 60 minutes. So for us, it's a point away from home against a very good team.
I will now open for questions from the floor. As per norm, with a rolling mic, please represent yourself as well as the media company you represent prior to asking your question. Are there any questions? Okay, it's going to be an early knockoff.
Thank you. It's only Lawrence and...
Coach, I'm the coach here. Allow me to coach.
This was so fun.
So now you're going to break down ourselves. Just a question on obviously the result and the outcome of the game. Did you learn anything from today that inspires confidence for the Nedbank Cup final, something that's now in your week going into that game?
Look, it's difficult to say, and I don't want to preempt things, Lawrence. I think in a sense to the changes to the lineup in terms of Sabisi and Tim not being available, I think there's not much they can change. But of course the occasion plays a part in terms of the adrenaline and the occasion for the final, and that will aid both teams. We had 6 changes, so it's a guessing game for them in the final, what we're doing there and how we're going to approach that game. So yeah, I don't see Pirates changing that much going into the final, especially the lineup.
Yeah, Coach, my question was also around just the next game, the 27th. I mean, the fact that they were almost full strength, this team and missing, but pretty much close to full strength, and you are not. And what does that say about, first of all, your depth to be able to come away with a point, and what to look forward to Loftus in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, no, I don't want to say it says a lot in terms of how deep or what you can expect in the final when we bring our regulars back. I don't want to undermine Pirates in any way. It's a team that has won the MTN8, so they've got one cup in the cabinet, and I'm sure on that day as well they will have the support, they will have the history and the experience from this season and being in the cup final already. But for us, yeah, we can change it up. We'll spring a surprise here indeed, but I don't want to talk too much about the final. We still have SuperSport. I looked at the results. We still have everything to play for next week, so it's another cup final for us in terms of staying in the top 8, securing it, and then we go to the cup final to hopefully win a cup.
Coach, you say you're not currently top 8, but SuperSport will go there needing to win to almost make sure also that they have a chance to finish second. So how do you see this match playing out, the final match?
We have to fancy our chances at home. I think our record at home is a very good record. Especially when I came in, I think it was only City that beaten us at home. So we'll rely on that record, and we'll back ourselves going into that game as well. No matter who comes to us, Polokwane has become a fortress and a slaughterhouse. So that's where we'll fancy our chances.
Coach, I'm just looking at the season that you've had with the team since you joined them. What do you make of this season since you've been the overall DStv Premiership? I know there's still one last round to play, but now that you're here, probably you can just give us a review of your season since you've been with the club, and what have you made of the entire season of the DStv Premiership?
Yeah, the season I think for all the clubs was different in terms of the World Cup, where we had to have another pre-season, another plan during that period, keeping the players active and getting them fit again for the start. I came in during that pre-season, during that break. Sekhukhune was one of the first teams back training, and that's why also we're feeling the fatigue, we're feeling tired at this moment, and that's what we're managing at present. But the season was difficult for everybody. What I'm looking forward to, in terms of the progress made from 15th position, being relegation candidates, having never progressed past the last 32 of the Nedbank Cup. There's so much progress the team has made. Players that didn't play before I come in, players that were written off, Villa and other guys, Eddie Gima as well. People didn't give him a chance, and now you can see what they all have to offer, and that's the progress we've made, and that's the progress that is there, and that's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to. Next season, if I'm still around, if I'm still here, in terms of the pre-season, breaking down and then building up, hopefully a quad capable of reaching CAF positions next season.
Thank you. Coach, looking at the amount of players we have, especially the experience and the well-traveled players, individual, and being on number 7 as a team, do you think that's a really good reflection of the team, or you're lacking a lot?
In terms of the experienced boys, the more matured boys, they have something to prove also. I think a lot of them were written off. A lot of them weren't released by clubs, and they struggled. In terms of where we are now and where they were, so many were discarded. We're looking at the depth of the squad. It's how we manage every game by game. It's not the first time we've played like this. There's been other games as well. We changed the structure, the playing philosophy at times, and that's where the maturity and the experience comes in, and the tactical flexibility. And I'm just happy for that in the squad. With younger players, it's not that easy. Having agreements and controlling the cloakroom, that's why I lean on more on the senior guys, you understand? So they have their part to play on the field as well as off the field. We have guys at home like Tasrik Morris, Mabasa came in for the first time in a long while as well. Those are guys that keep going. We still have a game, we still have a cup final, and the training intensity is still that high. Yes, we are managing some players with heavy legs and everything, but the mindset, the professionalism, that's what we want to build on. But I wouldn't say that we have a big squad in terms of the experience. It's not the experience that plays in the game. It's the structure, it's the individual, how we can relate to his teammates. The plan, the playing structure, it has to suit everybody. It has to suit everybody. That will bring everybody not in a comfort zone, but give them a bit of enjoyment, a bit of their strengths that they can express themselves. When they are not playing in teams which doesn't suit their football or their skills, and that's where they struggle. Villa is an example of it. I understand. He's enjoying himself now. He's working hard. At his previous club, he struggled because of maybe the playing style.
Take the final 2 questions. David Lawrence is fine. Muted for the final.
Coach, just a follow up on that. So does this mean that the playing style that we've seen over the past few months is not exactly how you want to play football at Sekhukhune?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I think there's huge improvement that we can still make on it. The guided discovery method, the philosophy that I want to implement, the buy-in of the players. Some of them are not used to it. Location specific, in terms of the ball relationship between teammate and opponent, using and capitalizing on spaces. But what we see now, it's not a finished product. There's so much work to do, and that's why I'm looking forward to pre-season.
Final question.
YFM. Coach, I know as coaches you plan each game as it comes, but would you say ever since you've arrived you sort of like achieved the short-term goals or probably that you might have set for yourself and for the team, and also what are the lessons that you're taking from this game going into SuperSport next week?
Look, come on, we haven't achieved anything yet. We're in good positions, and I'm happy about that. I think it's in our hands at the moment in terms of being 7th place and having to secure that. In terms of being in a final and wanting to win a cup, you understand? Nothing has been won yet, but being in that position and having everything in your hands and everything to play for still, that's a good position, because then it's on you, you understand? Going into the game against SuperSport, it's Kevin Hunt. We kind of know the football Hunty wants to play, what he demands from his players as well. But we being at home, we have to look forward to playing our brand of football at home, being attack-minded and getting the 3 points. Winning is the only thing. We don't want to depend on the results next week. You understand, to go away to secure top 8. So we would want to win that game next week against against SuperSport. So yeah, still everything to play for.